Boat Show. There are over 300 boats on display from dealers across the area. News 10 NBC's Emily Putnam joins us live from the Riverside Convention Center. Emily, we wish it was boating weather right now. Have you found a favorite boat that you like?
Lynette, there are so many beautiful boats here at the Riverside Convention Center, and it is a far cry from boating season. But I'm here talking with show manager Dave Himes. He is responsible for organizing all of this. Dave, you guys moved all of these boats in during the snowstorm over the weekend. How much work goes into setting all this up?
Oh, there's a lot of work. We have to coordinate. There's 11 dealers that come here. They all want to move in the same time. We try to do everything in an organized fashion, but sometimes there is some chaos. But we have a pressure washer guy that's outside to kind of clean the boats off, and we move them all in. And we started in that blizzard, which we probably should have been driving, but we brought almost every boat on this top floor in on Sunday. And also there's a downstairs. We brought half of those boats in on Sunday also.
Why do this show in the wintertime when you have things like snow and ice to worry about instead of doing it closer to boating season?
Well, I mean, it might be 8 or 9 degrees outside, but 7 degrees inside this building. And you can come here and you can get your best deals. You can see every boat manufacturer that's in the area. And if you order a boat that's a specialized boat, that gives you time to have the boat built and get here for the beginning of the boating season.
So I want to know, if somebody buys a boat here this weekend, are there resources at the boat show to help with things like winterizing, docking, licensing, all of the other things that go along with owning a boat?
Yeah, most of the dealers here have a full service marina. They also do all the financing in-house. They do the DMV in-house. And they can set you up. And if they don't do it, then they're usually affiliated with somebody else, and we'll take care of all your needs. All you have to do is just come here, boat, and have fun.
It really is a one-stop shop. Yeah. About how many people do you think are going to show up here this weekend?
It depends on what's going on. We usually get between 6,000 and 8,000 people. Usually the people that come here are very, very motivated people. And about 70% of all boats that are bought at a boat show, or at least started here. And then they might do their research and go back to a dealership later. But this is where you want to get your incentives.
Yeah, this is a great place to do some research, kind of test the waters, if you will, see what you're looking for here. I'm going to see if I can get myself behind the wheel of one of these bad boys, and I'll talk to you again in about an hour. Back to you, Lynette.
All right, love to see it. Thanks, Em. Also happening today, we want to remind you that News 10 NBC will have complete coverage of Joe Brady's introductory news conference starting at noon. The new head coach of the Buffalo Bills will be joined by President of Football Operations, Brandon Beane. You can watch it live here on News 10 NBC, on News 10 Plus, as well as News 10 NBC's YouTube and Facebook pages. Well, it's been a tough stretch of cold weather for our region, keeping plow operators busy. But did you know road salt doesn't work at a certain temperature? We'll tell you how some crews are solving that problem next.
We've had quite the stretch of wind chill readings near slightly below zero, but it's going to get even worse heading into tomorrow. One of the reasons for our yellow alert. We'll check out those numbers and the snow chances as well next.
News 10 NBC is brought to you in part by 5-Star Improvements.
William Mattar has earned a reputation for being a straight shooter.
Because I am a straight shooter.
For being honest.
Here's what we're willing to pay.
Because I am honest.
For winning a lot.
Because we win a lot.
If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident, it matters who you hire. It matters in the experience as well as the results. Call William Mattar. Visit WilliamMattar.com.
I'm Anthony Valerio, owner of Four Winds Chimney. Four Winds brings craftsmanship that ignites new expectations. We offer everything from sweeps and inspections, masonry repairs, and fireplace installation. From Rochester to Syracuse and everywhere in between, we are honored to serve your community. Visit fourwindschimney.com today.
every detail. Technology as innovative as it is effortless. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Current eligible GMLSEs get this ultra-low mileage lease on this 2026 Buick Encore GX Preferred all-wheel drive for around $199 per month.
Great food, great atmosphere, huge portions, and affordable prices is what's made Perlo's Restaurant a Rochester favorite for over 20 years. So become part of the Perlo's family tonight. You'll be glad you did. Donna Perlo guarantees it. Call 248-5060 today. The Greater Rochester Boat Show is back. Get ready to have fun and make memories on the water. Cruising, fishing, skiing, zipping across the lake, or just relaxing with family and friends. The area's top dealers have worked hard to get watercraft in stock and ready for you to enjoy. They're excited to show off the latest and greatest in jet boats, cruisers, yachts, personal watercraft, fishing boats, pontoons, and more. The Greater Rochester Boat Show, Riverside Convention Center, this Thursday through Sunday.
Airquick Heating and Air Conditioning is proud to sponsor News 10 NBC's First Alert live camera network. Storm tracking and live conditions from across our region.
In depth, investigative. You're watching News 10 NBC Today with Lynette Adams, Emily Putnam, and First Alert meteorologist Rich Cornelia.
Welcome back. The time is now 5:45. This is a look at the conditions outside right now, courtesy of our News 10 NBC Skydeck camera. You can see it is calm. What a pretty picture. What you can't see are those cold temperatures that we're experiencing, and we have a yellow alert for tomorrow for that, as well as some lake effect snow.
Yeah, I mean, this morning it's a typical cold morning for the stretch we're in. It's nothing out of the ordinary for the last week, a couple of weeks, but tomorrow it's going to be a little bit more harsh, and that's why we're highlighting with a yellow alert. It's going to be slightly colder. Air temperatures will be near zero, above zero, closer to the lake, below zero, south of the thruway, and there will be a little wind. Not a strong breeze, thankfully, but just enough wind, just a little breeze that'll kick that wind chill quickly into the 10 to 20 below range tomorrow morning. And there will also be some snow off Lake Ontario. Could be a touch of blowing snow as well, so it'll just add to the harshness of the weather out there. In fact, we do now have some weather advisories up for the snow from the Weather Service of Buffalo, including Orleans, Monroe, and Wayne County. Again, those little streamers coming in off of the big lake that'll keep areas between 104 and the thruway a little snowy at times through Friday night, maybe even into early Saturday morning. And you can see everybody is now under that cold weather advisory that starts 7 o'clock this evening and goes through 10 a.m. tomorrow. So let's check out that snow threat with our Futurecast here tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. We'll have that little bit of snow coming in at times off and on through the day. I think it'll kick up a bit more again tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and maybe even into Saturday morning. Could be a bit snowy close to the lake. So again, it's not going to be anything overly heavy, but over time it will add up. A couple of inches here, a couple of inches there. Before you know it, may end up with a fluffy half a foot near Lake Ontario through Friday night. 1 to 3 inches south of Ridge Road 104 down to the thruway, and lesser amounts further off to the south. And then everybody, even if you're not dealing with that snow, is going to have to deal with the cold. In fact, where it's snowing, it will not be as cold as where it's not snowing. The clouds clear, temperatures get a little lower in the Finger Lakes. That's why the wind chill will be even more brutal down there tomorrow morning. Look at that. Some of those wind chill readings may approach, if not exceed, 20 below tomorrow morning. Saturday, we'll have those lake flakes early, another bitterly cold day. High just near 10. Sunday looks fair. Big storm, I think, stays off the East Coast. We'll take a closer look at that. Update on that coming up in the next half hour. Groundhog Day, Monday. We'll see what Punxsutawney Phil has to say. And then temperatures next week, not as harsh, but still cold. And some areas of snow later next week.
All right, Rich, thank you very much. Now let's check on your morning commute. This is First Alert Traffic and a live look at 390 near the Rochester Airport. And as you can see, traffic moving through that area. The roadway is dry, no problems if you're headed in that direction. Well, maintenance crews and local contractors have been busy clearing streets and sidewalks after Sunday's storm, but they're running into trouble as temperatures drop. Tony Ducko says he uses calcium chloride when it gets really cold because it still works at -5 degrees. He mostly uses it on sidewalks since it costs 3 times more than road salt.
When you put salt down in these temperatures, what it does is it helps to break up the snow that's been compacted from driving on it. And what that does is over time, again, as you get the sun, as the temperatures warm up, then it turns into slush, scrape all that off, get you back to asphalt, and salt down.
Zucco says his salt supply is running low, so he's using it more carefully this year. He expects to use more than 2,000 tons, up from past winters. Last winter, he lost his supply in December and January because of high demand. Down in New York City, crews aren't waiting for Mother Nature to melt the piles of snow. Instead, crews are using mega melters to get rid of the mounds of snow. These hot tubs can melt 240,000 pounds of snow every hour.
Once the snow is melted, it is discharged into the sewer, which is approved by the Department of Environmental Protection and goes into one of their water collection systems. We plan on running this system for the next couple of weeks. There's a lot of snow out there. As you see, the big pile behind me there is about a football field's worth of snow, and there's plenty more of it to go.
From time to time, the hot tubs have to be shut down for maintenance in case any debris gets stuck inside. The bitter cold is making it tough for pets to spend time outdoors, and animal groups in Delaware are taking extra steps to keep them safe. At Faithful Friends Animal Society, staff are building shelters for stray cats and taking in pets from families who can't keep them warm right now.
A woman was helping organize families to go to shelters, and this one family wouldn't go unless they knew that their dog was safe. So we took in Nugget. So we're boarding him for the time being while they're safe and warm, and he's safe and warm here.
That say you should watch for your pet's limits, protect their paws, and keep walks short. They also recommend mental activities inside to keep pets engaged until the weather warms up. 1 year ago, the nation watched with shock and horror. A mid-air crash near D.C. killed 67 people. The major changes made by the FAA to make flights safer. That's coming up. Plus, jobs from entry level to experience. The job fair today could be worth your time if you're looking for a career in nursing. We'll tell you when and where ahead at News 10 on News 10 NBC today at 6.
News 10 NBC is brought to you in part by Newcomer Cremations and Funerals. Challenging the standard of what comes standard. With the next generation GMC Terrain Elevation. Current eligible lessees can get this low mileage lease on this Terrain Elevation for around $299 per month.
After my car accident, insurance offered me $50,000. My attorneys down at the Barnes firm got me $1.3 million. What's your case really worth? Call now and find out.
When it comes to tree removal, choose a Carbo de Rest. Flower City Tree. Our number one priority is you. That means unequal quality, safety, and customer service. Flower City Tree's leading-edge equipment and approach gets the job done efficiently and protects your property. From the first call to cleanup, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Trust a company that is a cut above the rest. Flower City Tree.
When it comes to secondhand smoke, they don't have a choice. Kids with asthma who are exposed to secondhand smoke have more frequent and severe attacks. It's time to clear the air.
I feel like I've impacted the lives of some children, some families, and I think they've impacted my life just as much. This is what I'm supposed to do. I'm good at this. I feel good about doing this.
When I started Alliance 10 years ago, I was a basic operator, and I enrolled myself into the apprenticeship, and now 10 years later, I have a career of a CNC machinist. It's almost like family-oriented, because we're with each other 40-plus hours a week. We benefit from that. It's kind of a nice team opportunity to grow here.
I could stay at Alliance for as long as possible.
Have you been injured in a car crash? Here's what Selena Law wants you to know about the insurance company. They want you to talk to them, but you definitely shouldn't.
They don't want to pay you, but they absolutely can. They want you to take their first offer, but you can do better.
They don't see you as a person, but we do.
At Selena Law, we make it tough on the insurance company while making it easy.